Hello everyone, Disney Dude here. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel for more content, and please hit that like button if you like what you see. So, instead of ranting about something that's going in, I thought I'd take a break and do something that I would actually like to see in the parks. I'm going to save my next topic for next time, because that's going to be a rant. I want to kind of take a break from ranting and raving because, I want a somewhat positive review this time around than ranting about something. Okay, so I'm going to do a kind of positive review on this, a positive review. Well, I don't even want to call it a review. Kind of what I hope is going to happen with this new Magic Kingdom ride. Okay. So what I'm going to talk about today is the Liberty Square Riverboat and Tom Sawyer Island. So that's going away to make way for the Cars themed area in Frontierland. Now, backstory on this: the Liberty Square Riverboat opened October 2nd, 1971. It opened a day after Magic Kingdom officially opened. I don't know why, but it did. It opened October 2nd, 1971. And then Tom Sawyer Island opened in 1973. All right? So the riverboat takes you around the rivers of America, around Tom Sawyer Island, and it takes you in a great big circle. So you start in the Liberty Square River boarding dock, and then you go all the way around past the Haunted Mansion and then back to the dock again. Okay? So you get to see parts of Tom Sawyer Island as well, and then you get a good view of Big Thunder Mountain and the back of the train. So what's really nice is when you take that riverboat, when you go through, you're going on. So you're faced the front way. When you're on the train, you're faced the opposite direction. So when you're facing the Native American village, you're seeing the front of the Native American village. When you're on the train, you're faced the back of the Native American village, if that makes sense. Okay. So when it was so I had, to my recent knowledge, I have never experienced Tom Sawyer Island before. I think maybe I did when I was a kid, and I don't remember. So Tom Sawyer Island is not something I'm familiar with too much. Now the riverboat, that's a different story. I've done that riverboat a handful of times. The good thing about the riverboat is you can see all of Frontierland, and it takes you around, so you can see, pretty much everything. The bad thing is, with the riverboat, obviously it's a riverboat. It's all outside, so it's not really a ride you want to do in the heat of the summer, okay? June is okay, but July and August, that's, that is Florida's. Those are Florida's hottest months. Is July into August. Okay, August, and then August, pretty much all of August into September is, hot. Okay, very hot. So you don't really want to do anything outside unless it's a water ride. Then, like, Tiana's Bayou Adventure or Kali River Rapids or whatever. Then, that's when you want to do the outside rides, okay? But the riverboat, there's no air. It's all outside. It's in the open. It's in that hot Florida sun. So it's very uncomfortable. Very, very uncomfortable in the heat in the heat of the summer. So I wouldn't recommend doing that in the summertime. But I just did it a few days ago when I was at Magic Kingdom. It was nice to do. It's a nice time killer. It's a 16-minute ride, so it's a great time killer if you have like an hour or a half hour between your next Fast Pass. It's something nice to do. It's not something that I always want to do at the Magic Kingdom. But it's nice to it's nice to do something every once in a while at the Magic Kingdom. But Tom Sawyer Island and the riverboat and the Rivers of America, that's going away. That's going away, and that's going to be replaced by a new Cars themed area. And I think it's going to be something like Radiator Springs Racers at Disney California Adventure. And I've seen POV footage of that, and that looks really fun. So I think that would be a cool thing to have here at the Magic Kingdom. If you haven't experienced the Cars ride at Disneyland, it's the same ride system as Test Track. Okay, it's the same exact ride as Test Track. It's just themed differently. Okay, this is themed to Cars, and Test Track is more themed to kind of building your own car. Okay, so but it's the same ride system. Okay, the same. It's the slot car ride system. So I assume that's what we're getting here at Magic Kingdom. We're gonna have to wait and see what happens. All we know is that's what's going in, is a Cars ride that's going to replace the Liberty Square Riverboat and Tom Sawyer Island. So I think that'd be really interesting. When they first announced it, that Cars was going to replace both the riverboat and Tom Sawyer Island, I was kind of skeptical. I was like, I don't really know how that fits in Frontierland. I mean, I guess you could make that argument of, you racing in a valley. You could make that argument. But then they said that you're going to be racing through the frontier. So you're going to be racing through the American frontier. So I think that would be really cool and interesting to see. Again, we don't really know too much about this ride. Again, we're going to have to wait and see. Probably about the next D23. We're going to have to wait and see more details about it. But I'm excited for that. I'm excited for that ride to go in. But getting back to this this riverboat thing, you know, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Florida has the Florida, the people that come to the Walt Disney World Resort are probably not the most knowledgeable when it comes to visiting Disney resorts, okay? Because they're vacationers, they're out of towners, they come from different states, they come from other countries, okay? So they don't know, you know, some of them don't know the breadth of other Disney resorts like Disneyland or Tokyo Disneyland or Disneyland Paris or Shanghai Disneyland, okay? They just don't. So they don't. So when you build rides here in Florida, you have to take that into consideration when you're building rides, okay? Because your audience is very, very different than it is in in Disneyland or Tokyo Disneyland or any of the others. Because all the other parks have a local audience, okay? That is the majority of their business, is local audiences that go to the parks all the time, okay? Here in Florida, it's not like that. Here in Florida, there's a lot more vacationers than there are annual pass holders. So you have to build things that people understand, okay? So when vacationers come and they look at the riverboat, they're like, what is that? I don't know what that is, you know? And then they go to Tom Sawyer Island. I don't know what is Tom Sawyer Island. So they don't get it. They don't understand it. So it's a blessing and it's a curse, you know, to be to live here in Florida, because we know the parks. Okay, I assume if you're watching this video, you love the parks as much as I do. You've been to most of the parks, and you know the breadth of Disneyland and Tokyo Disneyland and Disneyland Paris and such. Okay, so so I assume if you're on this channel, if you're watching these videos, whether it be my videos or WWNT's videos, WW News Today's videos, or Mickey Blog or whatever, I assume that you are a Disney Parks fan. Okay, so if you're on these, if you're a member, if you subscribe to these channels, you know the different rides that the parks have, okay? But a lot of the vacationers that come to Disney World, they don't, okay? So, and there's some exceptions. There's Pirates of the Caribbean, which pretty much everybody in the world knows, okay? That ride, because that ride's been around for a long, long time, okay? So everybody pretty much knows Pirates of the Caribbean. Everybody knows pretty much the Haunted Mansion. Everybody knows It's a Small World. I think It's a Small World is probably, without sitting down and thinking about it, I think it's probably the most well-known Disney ride, because that was the very first one. That was the very first ride. That was, even before, that was thought of when Disneyland was being developed. The New York World's Fair asked Walt Disney to design something for UNICEF that would be about celebrating different cultures, celebrating different children around the world. And so they made It's a Small World, which celebrates all the different countries, and you go around all the different countries and you have, children singing It's a Small World in different languages. So it's a universal theme. Everybody knows everybody can, ride It's a Small World, and, it's one of those rides that it's a classic. And I'm not saying that Haunted Mansion or Pirates isn't either, because they are. But Small World set the standard. It set the standard. It's a Small World set the standard for what would go in the Disney parks. Okay, so It's a Small World is the standard for what would be copied at the different parks, and when I hear people complain about It's a Small World and it's boring and it's people today don't want slow moving dark rides. Okay, they just don't. They want fast moving rides like roller coasters, and they want things in their face and everything. And I'm one of those weird people that's not like that. I love the slow dark rides. I love It's a Small World. I love Pirates of the Caribbean. I love Haunted Mansion. Okay, I love those dark rides. Okay, because that's where Disney started. Okay, that's where Disney started the whole classic dark ride feel. Obviously, Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room, that was their first forays into audio animatronics. And then once they got the audio animatronics down, then they could build things like It's a Small World, Pirates, Mansion, and all of, Pinocchio and Snow White and all the other things that followed after that. So that's what I mean when, It's a Small World is the standard, because it's, it was one of the very first things. So, but anyway, that's my point, is you have to make things that, especially here in Florida, you have to build rides that people understand, that they understand. Okay, everybody loves, a lot of people really love Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Everybody loves Small World and Haunted Mansion and Pirates of the Caribbean. Okay, so those, and then when they redid, when they redid Epcot, and they started putting characters in World Showcase, people, a lot of us fans were like, well, Epcot shouldn't really be it's not Disney in the sense that it's like the Magic Kingdom, or it's like Animal Kingdom, or Hollywood Studios. Epcot should be different. And it's, and again, you have to make things that are, that the vacationers are going to go on. Otherwise, they're not going to go to those parks. Okay? So that's why Epcot got that overhaul. That's why they got Frozen Ever After, and they got Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. And that's why they got Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, excuse me. That's why they got those rides, because you have to build things that the audience will get. Otherwise, they're just going to be like, I don't understand, why, what is Epcot? Us as fans, we know, obviously, it's the experimental prototype community of tomorrow, and it was supposed to be a city, and it was supposed to be where people went and lived, and so we all know that. But vacationers, vacationers that come from other countries don't really know that. So you have to build things that they recognize and that they want to go on. So that's this whole thing of taking out the Liberty Square riverboat and Tom Sawyer's Island and putting in the Cars themed area. Because, you have to build things that people, from other countries are going to understand. Because people, and I've talked about this on my last video too. Replacing dinosaur with Indiana Jones. People from other states or other countries, they come and they ride dinosaur and they don't get it, and they're like, what is this? I don't get it. So Indiana Jones is, I'm sure a lot of people love Indiana Jones, okay? So I think that ride's going to bring in a new audience to Animal Kingdom. With Hollywood Studios, not everyone loves Star Wars. I'm not a big Star Wars fan myself. I love Rise of the Resistance, okay? I really love Rise of the Resistance. I really love Star Tours. I really love Star Tours, but I'm not a big Star Wars fan. So I don't really care too much about Star Wars. But, other people love Star Wars. A lot of people love Star Wars. That's why they had to put Star Wars into Hollywood Studios, because a lot of people weren't going to Hollywood Studios. And they were like, what can we build here that'll make people go to this park? And they looked at Star Wars and they're like, we should do that. We should put that in this park. Okay? And then building that Monsters, Inc. themed area that's going to replace Star Wars Launch Bay. That's going to pull in a lot of people, because there's a lot of people that really love Monsters, Inc. Myself included. So that would be a great themed area to see. Us fans of Epcot, if you talk to us Disney fans, we always say, they've ruined Epcot. Epcot is dead. And, we're, us as fans are disappointed in how Epcot turned out. Okay. Other people, especially vacationers, they don't feel that way, because, again, you have to build things that people understand and people get. Okay. So putting Cars in where in Liberty Square, I think that's going to be a great idea. Putting that Villains Land in Magic Kingdom, that's going to be great too. I'm going to be probably talking about that in my next, I don't know about my next video. I think I'm going to I'm going to go on that rant I'm going to go on that rant of Animal Kingdom next time. I did a rant last time about Epic Universe. I'm going to do a positive review, a positive video this time around. I think next time I'm going to do a rant on Animal Kingdom. Okay? And I kind of did my rant on Epcot already. Epcot is Epcot. It's, it is what it is, so it's, it is what it is, So, to kind of summarize all this up, I think that Cars area is going to be great. It's gonna fit into in Frontierland. I think it's gonna be a great land. We're gonna have to wait and see about the concept art and what else is gonna go in that area. Probably not too much, because it's only a limited amount of space you can have. So we know that we're getting that Cars, the slot car ride, like the test track ride, and we're also getting, I think, like a little mini car spinner ride, I think, kind of like Alien Swirling Saucers is. Okay, so we know we're getting those two attractions. So I really think that that's going to be a great idea to build in Magic Kingdom. It's going to be something else to do at Magic Kingdom. The riverboat and Tom Sawyer's Island doesn't really pull in crowds, but Cars will. Cars is definitely going to pull people in, and I think that's going to be a really cool idea. So we're just going to have to wait and see what happens with the next D23. Maybe they'll release more concept art about what's going to happen with those Cars themed area. But I'm excited. I really like that idea. So let me know in the comments how you feel. Are you excited about the Cars themed area? Are you going to miss the Liberty Square riverboat? And look, I'm going to miss the Liberty Square riverboat too, okay? But I'm not going to miss it to the point where, it's like, oh, I wish I had that back, okay? Because the riverboat doesn't pull in crowds. It's not a great crowd pleaser, okay? So, am I sad that it's going away? Yeah, but it's not like I'm gonna mourn the loss of that, okay? It's not like I'm gonna be, oh, it's going away, I wish it wasn't going away, and everything. I think it's time for a change. It's time for something else to go in that space. So, and I understand it's a classic. A lot of people probably really like that ride. But I'm excited. I'm excited about the future. I'm excited about that Cars themed area. So, please let me know how you feel. Are you excited? Are you sad that another vestige of Magic Kingdom is going away? Let me know how you feel. Like I said, we're just gonna have to wait and see. So, this is gonna be a very short video. Since this is a positive review, a positive video. It's gonna be a shorter video than my last video. That last one was like over an hour of me ranting and raving about Epic Universe and everything that they do wrong and their relationship with Disney and everything. So this is a different kind of video, and trust me, there's going to be more rants on the way. Okay, they're not all positive. Okay, and maybe when this land opens, I'm going to be ranting about this land. But from what I can tell right now, it's going to be a fantastic area. So, like I said, there's going to be more rants on the way. There's going to be more positive videos on the way. So it's going to be a mixture of both. Okay, so I thank you very much for watching this video. If you like this video, please hit that like button. Please subscribe to my channel for more content. Thank you very, very much for watching this video. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night, and we will see you real soon, folks.